Welcome back. Now we have lights and camera, so it's time for action. I'm Estes Tarver. I've been a teacher and working actor for over 20 years. We won't get too specific. And this is Sean. He's done stuff too. And we are here to help you book it from your basement or give you the practical self-taping tools to get that big acting job. Okay, so we have good lighting, picture, and sound. And we can see Sean in a way that doesn't make us cringe.
Thank you.
So let's move forward and talk about framing. For film and television, unless otherwise requested, you want to frame head and shoulders in a close-up. The camera should be positioned head level to the actor at typically 2 to 3 feet from the subject. This will be a good distance that is comfortable for the actor and a good distance from the camera mic. Also, placing the actor a foot or two from the wall will reduce shadows behind the actor that can be a little distracting to the viewer. The actor can be sitting or standing, but we recommend that if the character in the scene is sitting, that the actor sits. And if the character in the scene is standing, that the actor stand. Some casting offices will require one or the other, even if the scene does not. Always follow those instructions if they are given. If they are not, make the tape look like the scene. The camera should be head level because we don't want to look up Sean's nose or at his hairline. Head level gives us a nice look at the actor. There are exceptions to this when we want a very specific effect, but we'll talk about those in another video. Let's talk about headroom. Headroom is the space from the top of Sean's curly head to the top of the frame. You will notice there is little to no headroom with this framing. Too much headroom is a lot of wasted space. The camera can be closer to the subject, enabling the viewer to see greater detail and a sharper image if we get rid of the headroom. Eyelines. Good eyelines are crucial in on-camera acting. They help with the clarity. The eyeline is directly affected by the position of the reader. A reader is another actor who will be off camera but will be reading the other characters in the scene with the auditioning actor. The reader should be positioned just to the side of the camera on either side. If the reader is too far to the left or right of the camera, we'll be watching an audition of Sean's ear. Not my favorite thing to look at. If the reader is behind the camera, Sean will be distracted by the camera and also might spike the lens. Don't spike the lens. Spiking the lens means looking directly into the camera. And this is something sometimes that's specifically asked for, but if accidental, comes off as inexperienced. Sean's going to show us an example of spiking the lens here. There you are. I've been looking for you.
There's something I have to tell you.
Oh no, what?
I'm in love with you.
You are? I'm not sure I know how to process that. I love you too. There you are. I've been looking for you. Where have you been?
There's something I really have to tell you.
What?
I'm in love with you.
I love you too. As you can see clearly, example 2 gives us a cleaner, more effective take of the scene. It doesn't distract the viewer, and Sean looks way more like a pro. Even the smallest spike is visible to a trained casting director.
I love you.
Wow. I love you too. Even though it's very small, we all still notice it. Imagine how much it stands out to a trained casting director. Your tape may get deleted right there. Reader volume. Now, we have a great visual setup. Sean is easy to watch, and we can see and hear him very clearly. So let's talk about the volume of the reader. The reader should be loud enough to understand clearly, but not louder than the actor. We want the focus of the tape to be on Sean, not the reader. The reader's not auditioning. So if the reader is closer to the camera mic than the actor, their voice will be louder, so they'll need to speak softer. We recommend just using a breathy tone. Simple in here, less voice. If it is difficult for the reader to speak softer, the alternative is to back up from the camera, maintaining the original eyeline and standing the same distance from the camera as the actor. This way, the voices will sound like they're at similar levels. If you get too far away, you may start having some echo on the tape. So try to find an optimal distance. Keep the reader at a level of volume that is intelligible for the viewer so they can understand what is happening in the scene, but it's not taking focus off the actor. Okay, now you're ready to tape. And don't worry, after you do this once or twice, it'll feel pretty easy, and it'll be more fun for you, the actor. This basic clarity will help your tape stand out from the pile that casting is looking at. They'll watch these tapes and say, wow, that one's just better. I don't know why, but it's easier to watch, and I really saw that actor's quality. And that will help you book it from your basement.